Good evening, viewers, and welcome. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of the Liberty One on One. Also, we can discuss issues them of the day where we can don't deal with na the Liberty Breakfast Show. And today, we all know so we look at climate change and how this affects the environment. If you can remember, if you don't follow the Freetown City Council, Mayor Ivonaki Sawyer na one person we don the champion the issue we get for do with climate change and protecting the environment. We make a say one and dream them we been come as mayor in 2018 was for make Freetown be the Freetown the tree town. And if we don't they plant stick them, it don't they also implement other programs and projects them for ensure say them protect the environment because na in the mayor na Freetown. Well, today Liberty Online TV get the pleasure for get the mayor for let we talk about climate change and the environment and waiting the Freetown City Council don't they do for protect especially Freetown way then they. Good evening and welcome to the Liberty One on One, Madam Mayor.
Good evening, Mabel. Good evening, viewers. I'm glad for the night today.
Well, as I don't tell we viewers them, you know one person we believe in protecting the environment. And one part of the initiative then we been get been for let people they plant tree and yourself being get a project so you plant tick them for ensure so we protect the environment and help for fight climate change we don't they happen for a very long time. Now within our office this evening, now a pleasure for Liberty Online TV host you let we talk about climate change and how it affects the environment. But let we just know first the tree planting projects where Madam Mayor be done to do, how far with them?
Thank you very much. So Freetown, the tree town, like how you describe them, now tree planting project on one level. But for we, now much more than planting the tree. Freetown, the tree town, specifically what's interesting about them, now about growing the trees. So for that reason, the way how we structure them, first of all, the targets have been 1 million trees. And to God be the glory, we don't able for plant as at the end of this November, because planting they go on right now as I talk to you, we go reach 977,000 trees when at just about 23,000 trees short of 1 million. As I say, and that 23,000 we get forget them. We go to a forestry on Wednesday Tuesday next week, and I know say that balance trees day we go get them. But let's come back to what I say about not to just planting trees, not growing trees. We all done in a salon over the years. We don't hear about tree planting projects where you turn back 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, you're not able to see nothing. Why? Because the design of their program then they many times can just be go plant the tick. Then you come out and you forget about them. So the way how Freetown the Tree Town Day, first of all, a day across the city and also Ward C. Why Ward C? Because we get a reason for planting trees. You talk about climate change, and maybe what I want to do for 1 minute, I want to stop and explain to family them waiting the climate change. Because Boku person not understand. You see where we get the earth, who say we day, this ground. We all know say it round, no so. And we know say around the earth, so you're not gonna know this, but around the earth, then God put something we then call the ozone layer.
Yeah.
That thing they now in the protect we from the rays of the sun. Because the sun it won't say wham. If you not get that protection around, if the sun already can direct into the atmosphere, the earth go wham. Now, something they we Motaman they do. We don't create a hole in the ozone layer. People then discovered this about 40 years ago. And that thing we must do, now in then call greenhouse gas emissions. Then in the way they make the place warm too much. We get specific things then. In we own context, the thing the way they cause that, now we will burn charcoal.
Yeah.
Where we motorcar, that exhaust. Where they come out from the oil where they burn. Basically the things that were not carbon, but something else where you not go think about, when not waste. You know where you go bomb, sometimes you see smoke they rise. When I can see fire just explode. Now one gas, now in the dirty they create where they call methane. Denting and they make the whole na the ozone. And because the whole day na the ozone, the sun, they come inside, and the earth, the warm and warm. And we know say if sun side warm too much, water get for loss, we get for be very uncomfortable. And when the water get for loss, we not gonna just be uncomfortable. One of the things when it happen, it affect the ocean, it affect the rain, we get drought, we get flood. You go say why flood? Because when the earth they warm too much, it actually affect the weather pattern. So that's nine of the climate change. All thing from the perspective of the weather, the mix up, but importantly, the world they get hotter and hotter and hotter. Maybe you understand, but some man don't ever know it.
Yes, and I've been
change.
Definitely there for good day for let you tell them about the climate change, because for so many people, waiting and concerned, but they not feel say waiting and they do, they contribute to that. As far as they're concerned, when the authorities them, now they can point and pan for find the solution. Then you know say that small thing we go to do na us, or sometimes also you feel say na they get you and too much, you do something they where they unbug the earth as a whole. So now, as you know the mayor of Freetown, you don't make mention, and we don't go deep into the topic where they deal with when the climate change. Now somebody they will go to watch you. Sometimes it in a then area they also then the bonding dot here. They do the thing in the way you talk about so just now. Because we all know say the way how the situation they now for let you find solution. If you're not able for tap and safe, but let you minimize the way they happen. Waiting you they expect from people where they watch you right now in terms of them minimizing their activities and yeah, so that we go help for protect the environment.
Okay, so I want to bring one other dimension, Cam, because if anybody really watch me now get science background, so they go tell me say, but Madam Mayor, we own emissions na salon in terms of the global situation is small. Yes, so that ozone layer hole. Not to we not to Mami Yebu where they born in cold now in the cause now more than big factories, them big industrialized countries now then they culprits them now then they cause them more. But why irrelevant to we? Maybe irrelevant to we because the environment in which we live, the thing the way we do, it affect we directly. It affect we health. We get with local consequences of environmental destruction. So like an example, where we cut tick, just imagine we were grown at Freetown, and a lot of Freetonians, but not all man grown at Freetown. But if you be no guma, like sometimes when they go school trip, I don't say Bakuti me don't change from the time women that be small picking, but if you go them parts then day, you go see a so thick. Well, it not even make it simple. I don't go all the way guma. Let's say Usa will meet him up Nayana this Freetown. If you be look up the hills them, there Mount Oriel, na being trees, na being green. Waiting at the importance of that. Not so much the climate change on the global level, but the effect of environmental degradation on we at a local level. When you don't cut thick, Pansai Usaina hillside. When the rain come, guess waiting happen. Waiting the tick when they do, the tick when all the dirty.
Yes.
Wait tick no day again. When rain come, wait till we see. Just drive any side after the rain. You see all the brown dirty don't wash candle. That one they cause flooding. That one they cause erosion. Then, you know done, the side Usai we get for film. If as a city and as a nation we not take this tear seriously, now make me don't be champion for this. When you get water, the water we drink, the water now from underground it come out. Not only salt water we drink, no so now fresh water where they under the ground. But you need to keep that water there, let it not done. Now the cool of the trees them. It just tell like if you take 1 cup, you put 1 cup water, 2 cup. Take one, you put it direct under the sun.
Right.
Take one, you put it under shade. Whose one go dry?
How serious?
The one where they direct under the sun.
Madam Mayor, how serious the issue of climate change don't they affect Freetown?
Very, very seriously. So waiting I explain. We get the impact of climate change when because of the global situation. where the temperatures and the rise, you dey get waiting and call abnormal, extreme weather patterns. Now here we dey sit down, we dey see rain don't change. This now October, no, we don't reach November, right? The time we will know say na rainy season, now been from May to September. We can get an August month where rain dey come continuously. When I will see rain this August, I want that we understand what's not happen now. That day, now the global situation, so they affect we. The other thing where you go see, where you go along the coastline, you go see where some big Lumley Beach. Me have been go swim in Lumley Beach from where I Lily, because me and then I get one papa, me papa, the kind of papa, I don't know how you under you, but me only eat me inside water. We all swim. We all swim from where we Lily. We can come out school, we go swim na Lumley Beach. That's in the beach, even Boku. Now Lumley, the water don't come up because the sea levels then they rise. All of this that the climate change. Then one other thing, we're very, very relevant to Freetown. Freetown, they suffer from a population explosion. We didn't get what they call rural urban migration. Every day people then they come up upline camp. Why? Because that woman or that man, where when he plant in rest, where even they harvest in rest, able to live which way they plant, now in farm. Now the rains pattern, the weather pattern don't unbogam. In farm they fail. It don't go lend money for plants. Where you can't harvest enough pool. Boku people, they give up on farming in Canada City. When in Canada City, then go tap na the hillside. When they tap na the hillside, then cut the thickness at the hillside. The situation, they continue forget worse. Especially because we in a country and they believe for better, but to date, we still refuse for let we operationalize waiting and call urban planning and building permit. We go help you control. Say posting not for there, posting for there, and not about the talking. You need for actually make a policy way implemented. And unfortunately, to date, we not reach the yet as salon.
So as we not reach the yet na salon. Viewers, if you just tune in, remember say you dey watch the Liberty One on One, and today we deal with Madam Mayor na Freetown when I have worship Ivona Kisoya with the talk about climate change. And at this time na the program, I just want for pause and make una know say Madam Mayor they don't appoint him as co-chair for the C40, and also now one of the 100 most influential climate leader them na the world. The C40 na global network of nearly 100 mayor them na the world, where they na leading city them we don't unite for take action for confront climate crisis. We make an appropriate best person follow we talk to where we dey talk about climate business Africa. Congratulations, Madam Mayor.
Thank you.
So with that position now, let we can talk about time where you don't get, you don't go represent the green, white and blue as co-chair and the C40 what don't tell with you as them, but how you go use you influence at that position there for ensure say actions them where the other pattern of the world they take salon benefits so that we self go able for fight climate crisis.
Well, I want to say one of the reasons that why I be elected into the co-chair position, and I'm very, very humbled for today for letting announce me that one of the 100 most influential climate leaders in the world. Now because of what we already did do. You asked me about Freetown, the tree town, and I begin to talk, say we not just the plant, we the grow. Every tree where we plant, it gets in geotag. Some man go say, we don't see the trees them. Now make me say the trees then scatter, but they're all digitally tracked. And recently, GYC, when one of the CBOs that really do the growing, they make an event, an awards night at Radisson, where SLBC, Patrick Sala, cover them. And I'll be really glad because inside that room there, hundreds of young people were able for talk say, me na a grower, you know, and I'm proud for being a grower. Then they monitor the trees, then they be paid for the monitoring of the trees, and we just about to start an expansion of Freetown the Tree Town, where we're going to move now into the sustainable financing, where that theory they call carbon credits. I don't go able to explain all that, yes. But we go to utilize them. So that now one. You go also find out, say, when it comes to climate, of course, then they create jobs for young people, protect the environment, we stabilize slope, we say trees, then being don't go, we put trees, we say water not being protected, we work with Guma, we make sure, say, we protect Guma sites them. Unfortunately, we see so many trees to be cut down, but we own survival rate now over 82%, because when you plant, you not only back. When you plant, you get over they watch the tree for 3 years. Now you walk down there for look after the trees. And we don't set ourselves a target for increase that 1 million. We do another million in the coming year. But beyond that day, I've been telling you about methane, no so, but the dump.
Yes.
We as Freetown City Council, now we're the first forever build a wastewater treatment plant. Idena King Tom. Yesterday, we've been getting joy for able for go na Sunsby community who say we don't install a biodigester where they create waste to energy from organic waste. When you think about what we don't do in terms of the extreme heat and making provision for market shade covers, yes, that bad breeze come, we blow them off, but we're in the process of reinstalling them and expanding them. So whether now the facts say we be creative in, for example, now we just about for launch very soon, we go do them in the next, before the end of December, 65 water points and 15 public toilets. So climate change will touch every aspect of our lives, including the need, and I'm not going to stop for talk this, the need for we able for manage the environment by also having planning and building permits. But I'll give one last one. For that fecal sludge treatment plant, the reason why it's so relevant to climate, because we create an alternative cooking fuel. In Freetown, 82% of the cooking where we all do now wood or charcoal based. So we say they come out trees. So we create alternatives. And from the fecal sludge treatment plant, that thing way before you go things say not get other use. Well, that one day we don't do experimentation, and now you can take a light fire and cook.
So with that, bring me to the final question as we wrap up this edition of Liberty One on One. We all see, say, the Finance Acts don't go through Parliament, and one pan the change and within another act say gets to do with gas, where now we don't see government don't put tax on them if we begin run in 2024. But also, governments, again, we don't discourage people from cutting the trees, like how you just say. With this tax we don't come on gas, as the mayor of Freetown, in terms of collaboration, how you office and then line ministry they need to collaborate for ensure say we're not going to say one thing and they do the other, because if you put a tax on gas, of course people go begin say let we go to coal and do thing them where they unbog the environment. In terms of collaboration, how una they work?
So we just come, but we intend for collaborate. Even today, I get a meeting with the Minister of Transport. Why? Because we cable car now a climate action. Because as we all know, look the age of the vehicles that within a salon. We come back to policies, because other countries and they tax old vehicles for discourage them vehicles where they pollute excessively. We not get that kind of policy there. But waiting we as City Council do now for introduce the cable car, we go finish the feasibility study. We get a very lengthy there for 1.5 hours today with the Ministry of Transport for see how we go able for synergize, because we not go able for just come as Freetown City Council and introduce a major new transport system if the government not join hand with we. So we get that kind of meeting there. So that's an example of collaboration, and I'm glad if I tell family and say the minister being very, very supportive, and he also asked for we own support with the bus network where they want introduced, and we said very supportive. So that way you put Freetonians in first and climate action first. When it comes to the environment, we get a meeting scheduled with the Minister of Environment next week, and we hope say go be fruitful. In fact, I sure say go be fruitful.
So you don't think say this tax we don't go on.
So wait, the reason why
the gas
yes, so you're quite right, because it's logical. If you tax the waiting somebody might consider a clean cooking alternative, you will end up push people then back to the dirty one. But I'm not able for comments too much, because I believe, say, Aminodena central government, sometimes they look at variables that we may not aware of.
And that's like an ask about collaboration.
So I go explain, say, we on role now for ensure, say, we collaborate and advocate and point out the things that we feel to say critical and important. At the end of the day, it get to be two-way. One thing we may know say critical to the resilience of this city because of we exposure to climate change. We're going to talk about for 5 years now, and 6 years they're going to now a building permit regime and introducing urban planning. Right now, people then build on slopes them where it inevitable say you go get landslide. People then build into the mangroves. They destroy the biodiversity. They destroy the ecosystem where they get a direct impact even on the availability of fish. So these things we are able to do as a subnational government, as a local council leader, now for raise the issues, continuously raise the issues behind closed doors in meetings, but also in public fora, so that people they understand. But I trust say this could be well received because now for the betterment of we all.
And finally, before you left free, whose message you get for the viewers them as their contribution for help for protect the environment?
But one thing we all can do now plant a tree. We na Freetown City Council will soon do a tree giveaway, and we go continue for do them not just at the end of this year but going forward. So plant a tree. 10 minutes when we picking born. Then you go plant enable string with a tree. Let we bring them practice then come back. We the advocates for we get regulations. If you go to some place where like Arusha and Tanzania, we were as green as that city. They like today you hardly see trees because we not get no regulation. So Freetonians, I can tell you now one thing, we don't not come out na door, then not done with Tambo, not eat dot in the street. That very, very, very important. But the other thing we're very important, since that climate change specifically we talk about, that small tick you can plant on your backyard. You can plant on now you even if you didn't informal settlement, you can still plant them. But wait till we don't get into a habit. As Person said in the bill also, every tree in sight then cut them down. We at the end of the day, we experience flooding, we experience landslide, we experience disaster. But the biggest challenge, now the one way I go time for talk, we need for like government institutes, building permits and land use planning. We need for protect the city from climate disaster.
All right.
Thank you.
Many thanks, Madam Mayor, for where you give you time for talk about climate change. We go find time and continue this issue and other one them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, now this edition of Liberty One on One go left una and one for say plenty thank you to honor the viewers them. Una continue for share and like all with social media handles them. Not forget we dey live on Twitter, we dey on YouTube, we dey on Facebook, we dey on Instagram. Just fan Liberty Online TV. Until then, me na Mabel Kabawe bring this edition of Liberty One on One to una. Have a nice evening.